guys, what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, please subscribe if you are new here and you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 150,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. But what's going on, you guys, and welcome back. And today I want to talk to you about something which I don't usually do on this channel. It's every so often I'll do a video like this. But if you guys remember, a few months ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, I made a couple of videos on Eugenia Cooney, who is a girl over here on YouTube, and a lot of the criticism she was getting after she posted a video of her doing like a cosplay, like Kingdom Hearts cosplay or something like that.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. So today I wanted to do a Kingdom Hearts Kairi cosplay video. I talk about Kingdom Hearts a lot on here because I love Kingdom Hearts. This is it. This is how the outfit looks. I'm really happy with this cosplay. I actually just got this off of eBay. I don't remember which eBay account it was, but yeah, they sell a lot of them on there, and I'm really happy with it. Like, the dress is like really well made. It has like all her zippers and everything. The detailing is actually really nice, and I'm very happy with it. So that's how it looks, guys. That is how it looks on and everything.
She got a lot of criticism and a lot of, I guess, backlash, but a lot of people weren't necessarily being mean. They were just kind of saying what we were all thinking, and she took a long break because of that. It was like, she looked pretty bad. And I guess in my videos it came across as though I was being pretty mean, but I was just saying what I said because I care and I was worried, and I wanted to throw in my 2 cents and say what I felt like should have been done at the time regarding her parents and stuff like that. So after I made those videos, Eugenia took a long break. I'm not saying it was anything to do with me, because there was a lot of people all, you know, saying the same thing, and I wanted to throw in my 2 cents and just say, like, I was genuinely heartbroken that this was happening to her still after all these years. Like 5 years she's been on YouTube and nothing's happened, nothing's changed. In fact, it's gotten worse. So that was kind of the direction I wanted to go in with my videos, and I wanted to bring up her parents, which I never saw a lot of people talking about her parents, and I was thinking, I know she lives with her parents. Why are they not trying to save this girl's life? One thing I really wanted to bring up is her parents. They seem to just encourage it almost, and the more I watch, the more it starts to look a little weird to me, and there's something definitely not right about her parents. I feel like this is abuse of somebody who's mentally ill. Like, these parents have got somebody in their house who is mentally incapable of thinking for themselves and taking care of themselves. These parents are responsible for taking care of her, and they're not doing that. The only people who can do anything is her family, who clearly do not give a crap about her. They don't care if she lives or dies. That's the truth. Now, if you guys know Shane Dawson, which I'm pretty sure all of you here do, he made a video yesterday. It's something that everybody's been waiting months for. Nobody knew what it was about exactly, but it came out, and it's about Eugenia Cooney, and it's called The Return of Eugenia Cooney. Now, this video was an hour long, and I sat there and I watched the whole thing, and I was so happy. Like, I was really happy for Eugenia, and it was a really beautiful story. It was like a story of recovery. Eugenia said she's been in recovery, she's been in rehab and stuff like that for like over a month. She was looking a lot better. In this video of Shane's, she looked a lot better. She looked healthier. You could see it in her face. She looked a lot more, she looked more natural, and compared to like that Kingdom Hearts cosplay video, she looked deathly, and that's the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts, and I got a lot of backlash for being so mean, but I was just saying it because I care, and sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind, and I still believe in everything I said. Maybe I could have been a little nicer, but I was just being truthful. I wasn't going to sugarcoat my words to appease people. I was just saying what I believe had to be said. So anyway, in this video of Shane's, it was a big hour-long video. I watched the entire thing, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. Like, it made me feel so happy that Eugenia's fine, because she's a great girl, guys. She's a really nice person. She's a nice human being, and it really broke my heart to see this happening to her, because I felt like, okay, maybe this is her mental health as well as her physical health. Like, she probably doesn't understand that there's something wrong. Like, I couldn't understand why she was never addressing it. It was like she was completely ignoring the thousands and thousands of people that are concerned about her. But Shane went to see her and see how she was doing and stuff like that with this whole recovery. She was in like a rehab program and stuff like that, so she looked a lot healthier. As soon as you see her, you can see she looks healthier already, so you can tell she's definitely getting better, but she's still got a lot of work to do, and I'm sure that will happen as long as she's around the right people. Now, why I say that is because there's been another video that came out, and there's this girl named Jaclyn Glenn. She's a YouTuber also. I'd personally never heard about her before, but she made a video called The Return of Eugenia Cooney, The Real Truth. And she's sitting there with her, I guess, her friend and her boyfriend, something like that, and they're visibly upset. She's visibly shaking. She's visibly upset. Even her friend is crying. And they're talking about a specific part of Shane's video where Eugenia actually said that the friends in her life became bullies and stuff like that.
Have you had any friends or anybody come over and hang out? Because I know there was a lot of people just being like, oh, your friends aren't helping, your friends aren't doing anything, whatever. But I'm sure behind the scenes, I'm sure everybody was always reaching out and whatever.
Yeah, there were some people that were, then there was kind of some people that kind of like really weren't really. There was almost like some people that like never really said anything to me like before, but then like later on were kind of like bullying me into like trying to make like decisions for me.
This video might get a lot of hate, I don't know, but I feel like Shane, who I am a fan of, I feel like he sees the good in everyone. And there's been multiple times that Eugenia's done this. There's been multiple times she said she's gonna get help and she never did, or something like that. Like she's kind of lied a little bit, and I guess I'm not saying this is Eugenia as a bad person or anything like that, but I feel like this is part of the problem that she may have, whether it's her mental illness or I believe her mental illness is what's causing her physical illness, but I believe maybe her mental illness is like, being manipulative. Or lying, because Eugenia's lied before. She's lied before, and she'll probably lie again. And I don't want to turn this whole Shane's video, which was a really great video, I don't want to turn it into like a dark side, but this girl, Jaclyn, she came out and she's really upset, and you can see that they're genuinely upset about this whole thing, this whole Shane's video, and said that they think either Eugenia was lying or like manipulating Shane.
I would love for everything in that video to have been the whole truth, so that it could truly be celebrated, but it was, I think, a manipulation.
Even Shane said, oh, you're so sweet, you're so nice, why are you so nice? Do you have anything that's like bad about you? He actually said that because Eugenia comes across as this sweet, innocent girl, but she could be like really, a real, I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but she could be like really manipulative, because she has done it before and she has lied before. Now, I'm not saying she didn't get help. She did get help. She definitely got help, and it's because of Jaclyn and her friends. They had like an intervention, and they tricked Eugenia. Whether you agree with this or not, I personally agree with it. I think what they did was right, and they tricked Eugenia into coming round, told her they were gonna go out somewhere and hang out, and they tricked her to coming to her house where they could get like mental health or like physical health, mental health specialists to come around to the house and take a look at Eugenia, and they did just that.
The only thing that I could do was if I had her out of her house and into my apartment or into some other area where the mental health professionals could come and talk to her, and that I would legally be able to let them into my own place. I did lie to her. I lied to her. We all kind of did. We pretended we were going to go to an escape room, which is a thing that we would regularly do, so it seemed believable to her and her mom. Specifically her mom. Yeah. So I took screenshots of pretending that I had gotten tickets and things, and we had a group chat going, and I felt like an asshole. We all kind of did, being like, we're so excited to go to the escape room. And she came over and we sat her down and we talked to her, and it was pretty clear that she had no intention of getting any kind of help.
They tricked her into that. They said it was an awful thing to do, but they don't regret it. And I think personally they did the right thing, because the way Eugenia was last time I saw her, it was terrible. It was bad. I'm actually surprised that I feel like if she didn't get this help, she would be dead by now. In my video, I even said I don't think she'll make it to 25. And The reason she got help, which she fails to talk about in Shane's video at all, she fails to address this at all, but Jaclyn and her friends tricked Eugenia into coming out with them. They said it took a long time for them to get her to come out because she's under her mom's control.
There's a lot of a backstory with the mom. Eugenia is an adult. She's, I believe, 24, 25 years old. She's never allowed to go anywhere. It's all completely manipulated by the mother.
Which is another thing I said in my video, and I got a lot of backlash for it, but I was right. And this is the whole part of the problem. Her parents, which I talked about, and everyone's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Her parents, like, care about her. But I don't see it that way. I really don't. I feel like if this was my child, I would do whatever it took to get them the help that they need. I wouldn't, like, sit there for 5 years while she's on YouTube doing this and watch her kill herself like this. You get your child help. So I couldn't understand what the problem was there. But anyway, Jaclyn and her friends, they talk about how they tricked Eugenia into coming out. They had to because her mother was very controlling and didn't really want her hanging out with them. So they tricked her into coming out. And when they finally did that, they had these mental health people come and they had like these people, I forgot what they're called exactly, but they had these people come and like ask Eugenia questions and assess her and take her blood work and stuff like that. And they did just that. And they said, like, she is vital at this point. Like, she is literally going to die. So they had to section her, like, take her and put her in a rehab. And it was mandatory. It was the law that it was mandatory. So she really had no choice.
And they came in and they interviewed her. They asked her questions.
We left the room for that part.
We left the room just for privacy of...
We wanted her to open up and be honest with them.
Yeah, because those are real questions that they have to ask. And personal.
So, like, she could have... It was up to them at this point what happened to her. Like, they could have walked away and said everything is fine, but they were like, really concerned. So they ended up deciding that they wanted to take her into care, and they ordered something called a 5150, and it's mandatory. They take you
involuntary
without
hold.
Yeah. At which point, like, God, like, she tried to, like,
this was the most traumatic situation I've ever been in my entire life.
Once they decided that they were going to commit her legally, she was unable to leave.
Whereas in Shane's video, she kind of makes it sound like she chose to get help because of the internet's concern. Whereas Jaclyn is saying that it was because of her and the other guys, the other people that's in the video, that they tricked Eugenia into getting help because she didn't want to get help. And her mother kicked off. She went crazy and was calling Jaclyn like a fucking bitch and all this stuff, and like was crazy that she tried to get her help.
She was on the phone with her mom, who was screaming at me, by the way. She verbatim called me a fucking bitch for doing what I was doing.
How could a friend do this, I believe, to her friends? And I mean, I don't know if you want to share more on it. It was really messed up.
She called the cops on me and tried to have me arrested for kidnapping.
And they even said, like, Eugenia's parents are manipulative and controlling and quite frankly abusive, I guess you could say, because they're not only not getting Eugenia the help that she needs, but they're also trying to stop other people from getting her help. And I don't understand it. They didn't really seem to understand it, but it seems like they have a death wish for Eugenia. That's the way I said it in my video last time, and I still stand by that, because no parents would sit there, I don't care what you say, no parent would sit there and watch your child die like this. You would get them the help, even if it meant, you know, hurting them and upsetting them and betraying them, even if you sort of force them into it. That is what people do when they really care about you and your life is at risk. And I still stand by that, and that's what Jaclyn did. So now it's just like, after watching Shane's video, it was just like, wow, like, this is great news. But now it's come out, like, her friends who got her the help, and if it wasn't for them, she probably would be dead. She probably would be dead. And I really think so, because I even said that in my last video about Eugenia, but I think she would be dead by now if they didn't do this intervention and trick her into getting this help. Now, I don't understand why Eugenia she had the opportunity to put all this out there and finally put it to rest. But it seems to me like she was lying and manipulating Shane, and she was lying to him and not telling him the truth, and just kind of making it sound like it was her choice and she did the right thing and stuff like that. And not only that, but she was saying that her friends were bullies about it. Now, I don't think that was bullying. I think these friends were really good friends. Like, I would do the same thing. If my friend was dying and starving to death, I would do the same thing, even if it meant completely terminating our friendship. I just want to make sure that they're alive and healthy and can live a good life. I would risk my friendship over that. I'm not just going to be a good friend and sit there and watch them kill themselves like that. But I don't know, guys. I had a feeling it was too good to be true. But now Eugenia is actually out of the rehabilitation place. She's out of rehab. She's back with her parents. And Jaclyn and her friends believe that this is going to start all over again with her parents. And that's got me a little concerned. Not only that, but in Shane's video, her mom was nowhere to be seen. And Shane was like, "Is your mom here?" And they even said, "Yeah, she's here somewhere." And then they were like, later on, they were like, "Where is your mom? Does she live here?" And they said something like she's gone back to Connecticut. So that didn't really make sense. It just seemed like, where is Eugenia's mom? Like, why is she nowhere to be seen in Shane's video? She's like hiding or something like that. But I don't like her parents. I really feel like they are responsible for everything that's happening to Eugenia. And I still stand by it, and I still think she needs to get away from her parents. I really believe that, top and tail. And I know this video will get hate, but I just believe that Eugenia, for her own good, needs to get out of her parents' house, and her parents need to be investigated, because this is messed up. There's something not right here, but I don't know, guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That is question of the day. What do you think about this whole thing, and what do you think about her parents? What did you think about Shane's video and Jaclyn's? Check them out and let me know what you guys think, because I'm really curious to hear other people's opinions. But it's still like, I was so happy, and now I'm also like, I'm disappointed again, because I just don't know. Like, I don't want to see her die. I don't. She is a really nice girl, but I feel like she's mentally ill and she needs the help. So I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And guys, follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. You can follow me on all of those. And if you guys agree with me, hit the like button. It shows me so much support. And if you don't agree with me, hit the dislike button and let me know why you don't agree with me in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. And remember, the most important thing, chase your dreams. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.